I was thinking about Watchtower Alert 1 and Alan's quite right indignation against sicko pAEDOS, this one that walked free. And it reminded me that when I was in the congregation, I didn't really have anything to do with pAEDOS when I was an elder, but I heard about them in the congregation because word spread. You know, my father was an elder and he let the can of worms out. Because I had children, he didn't want anything to happen to my children. There was one guy who was convicted of importuning or flashing in front of children, and you know, he went to court and he was convicted of it. It went to the elders and nothing happened. It was all kept quiet and hush hush. Later on he committed suicide, which normally suicide is when the balance of your mind is disturbed. So I don't know, I wasn't there, I can't judge, but it made me think that paedophilia is very rampant within Jehovah's Witnesses, and I use the word very, not as a weasel word, but deliberately, because I believe that it is. There was a brother trademark in a Lincolnshire congregation, let's call him Brother Burglar. Some of you know who he is. He was a paedophile, he molested his daughters. Sadly they're emotionally damaged now. He went to prison for it. He's out now. He's back. He's in the congregation in Lincolnshire. He's in a wheelchair, which I found a bit strange really, because he said that oh, I've done the time, that's it, it's all finished in Jehovah's eyes, I've done my time. And now he's like some kind of pious guy. Remember J.W. Fairytale saying about one chap that, you know, claimed that his relationship with Jehovah was, you know, beyond anybody else's. And that's what this guy was like, a sicko pedo who now thinks that it's all right. He can be spoken to in the congregation. If I were to go to the congregation, I would be shunned. I've never engaged in any disgusting sexual acts like he has. All I've done is said that I do not believe that 7 men in Brooklyn are God's mouthpiece. People are not allowed to talk to me. This sicko pedo, you can talk to him. I don't know what he's doing now in the congregation, but I know that he's still there in Lincolnshire. He's in a wheelchair. There was a brother trademark who raped his daughters. He was a pedo. He was reported for it. Next time you see him, he's in a wheelchair in the congregation. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything unusual about people in wheelchairs. You know, these people are handicapable. They're pillars of the society. In fact, they're probably better in many cases than somebody like me, who's not in a wheelchair. But I wondered whether these 2 pedos actually used the wheelchair as a kind of a sympathy crutch, which is disgusting really, because there are many people in wheelchairs who don't want to be in wheelchairs. And I think that these pedos are a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. And yet, as Alan Williams quite rightly points out here, it's not right. It's totally wrong. And, you know, full disclosure should be made to everybody outside of Jehovah's Witnesses, because full disclosure will help people not to be caught in this cult. And this cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm sad to say, and I mean quite sincerely and quite honestly, is vile. It is a breeding ground, if you like, of sexual predators and paedophiles. Get it out there. Get the news out there. Unwitness, unwitness, unwitness with all your might that these sicko pedos will go to prison.